the graph here, it says the obsession, and it's in regards to himegutz. So I've seen a bit of that. Okay, so we are going to be analyzing this chart right here, the obsession, the himegutz obsession. And this is 2018. So let's see here. Well, it says 2017 right here, and it says 2018. So we can assume at the end of this, it's going to be 2019, even though it doesn't show it, I think. So at the beginning of 2017, in March, we can see it's a fan. And from April, it goes to a friend within a month. And we can see in May that it goes to good friend. In June, it starts to actually skyrocket to a boyfriend. And we can see this. It does this in like May. It starts to go up. And in June and July. And June and July. So this is 2-month period where it's a stalemate of a boyfriend. And you can see right here from July, or well, almost to August, that it starts to droop down. It starts drooping down. It goes, and this is like the beginning of August, and where I would say in the middle is it goes to a dramatic low from, let's see here, wants dead. So we can see from this August point to here, from the midpoint of August to the end point of August, we can see it goes from boyfriend to wants dead, as you can see here. And in August, we can see, I would say the beginning of September. So in the beginning of September, it goes all the way up. So this is like between the beginning of September and between the beginning of this September and between the middle of September, it goes back to love. And we can see in the middle of September to the end of September, it makes a small decline from love to being a fan friend. September. Let's see, and at the end of September, I would say in the beginning of August, it goes from fan friend to friend again. And from the middle of October, it quickly goes back up to boyfriend. Okay, so from boyfriend, it has a stalemate. It has a stalemate of October and November. Through the middle of October to the middle of November, there's a stalemate of it being boyfriend. And it makes a small decline here in the middle of November. From the middle of November to the end of November, there's a small decline where it goes from boyfriend to love, crush thing. And from November here, we can see that, I would say in the almost midpoint of December, there is a decline where it goes to the middle point of December. Let's see here. That's being mixed feelings and dislike. So it's not like this droop right here, but this one, where it's like not as bad, but it's a droop from the middle of December to the midpoint of January. Hold on. The midpoint of January. So at the midpoint of January, it goes to crush again. Let's see here. And from the middle point of January to the beginning, we'll just say the beginning of February, it goes to boyfriend again. And it goes here again with the crush from the end of January to the middle of February. We can see that it goes back to crush. And it makes this stalemate from February, middle of February to March, the end of March. So the middle of February to the end of March, it's still pretty relative. This stuff is pretty relative from March to April to May. And at the end of May, it does take a droop. It takes a droop from May to the middle of June. So the middle of June is mixed feelings. I would say it's at the mixed feeling. From June to July. In July, skyrockets up to this point and on. So this is the beginning of July, or the middle of July at least. So the middle of July, from beginning to middle, it takes a skyrocket to the level of wants to rape, kidnap, stalk, but is limited. So, and that's from the beginning of July to the middle of July. So now from the middle of the July to the end of July, it goes down to dislike. It goes down to, well, being a friend. So the midpoint, well, actually the end point of July. And from the end point of July to the sort of beginning of August, it goes back up to rape, stalk, limited. And it has a stalemate at this level until the end point of August, until the August end point, at which it goes back to friend level, I think. And I can assume this level is like September. September is boyfriend. And I think these levels up here, these ones, going from September to October are obsession. It goes back down to friend level in the middle of October. And at the end of October, from November, it rises again, goes up. So it's basically making an fluctuation between the friend and being obsessed. And yeah, at the end of here, the end of December, it lines up with being dislike. And that's